everyone. This is Miss أريج بنات with you from your channel تعلم الإنجليزية مع مس أريج ومن ضمن سلسلة حلقات الآيلتس. اليوم إن شاء الله سوف نقوم بالإجابة على أحد الأسئلة بناء على طالبة تواصلت معي وهي مروة، وهو نوع أسئلة diagrams where we have here a diagram as you can see and we have to fill in with words, one word only, by choosing from the text on the left side. Now, of course, I haven't included all the text here. As you can see, I just put part of it because this is the main part we're going to use to answer this question. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing to do, as usual, as we said before, we read the title. If there is a subheading or subtitle, I just read it and then I immediately go to the questions. Do not waste time reading the text. So the title says Roman tunnels. The Romans, who once controlled areas of Europe, North Africa and Asia Minor, adopted the construction techniques of other civilizations to build tunnels in their territories. Okay, so what we have here, as you can see, I got a general idea. I'm just going to go immediately to the diagram here. Now remember, or notice here that we are only allowed to write one word. That's it. So you have to be careful, very selective. The title is the Persian Qanat method, probably this word from Arabic. And then I have another title, which is cross-section of a Roman Qanat shaft. Now notice Persian Qana and Roman Qanat. I was just gonna say it in the way we say it in English. Okay, so since we have two titles, this means that we have probably two different paragraphs to look into. Now, generally speaking, I always start from paragraph 1, especially if this is question number 1. So the main idea or the main word is, or the main title, Persian Qanat or Persian Qanat method. And here we have to direct the tunneling. So I need to find this title first, the Persian Qanat method, and then I will go to find these words. So I just go through very quickly through the text here, as you can see. So I'm just gonna show you here. So we're gonna go through this very quickly until I find the Persian Qanat. So here we see Persians, they're talking about Persians here. And then I'm just going to go through the skimming very quickly. Find the word Qanat. So I need something that talks about the Persian Qanat. So this is Persian. They're talking about the Qanat method in Persia. So this is definitely the paragraph we're going to look through. So I look for what again? Direct the tunneling. So I need something that means to direct the tunneling. So I keep reading quickly to ensure that the tunnel kept to its route. So route, it means like, like a way or a road, which means also going through a certain direction. And here, tunneling, they used tunnel here. So to keep or ensure that the tunnel kept to its route, it means to make sure that the tunnel or where the tunnel goes has to be in that certain direction. So I have to go a little bit backwards to where the sentence starts. So I keep reading from here. They introduced the Qanat method of tunnel construction, which consisted of placing posts over a hill in a straight line. Why? To ensure that the tunnel kept to its route. So what did they do to make sure that it's going in one direction? They introduced, or they put what? Posts. So the answer is here, posts. So I'm just going to type it here. Okay, we're done with number 1. Let's go to number 2. Now, number 2 is better or easier to answer because what we have here, if you notice, we have a sentence before, we have a sentence after, or a phrase before, a phrase after. This helps me make sure that I'm locating the sentence correctly, and then I'm going to find the correct answer. So the things before and the things after the blank, water runs into a something used by local people. So I need to find that water runs into something, probably, and if you look at the picture here, this is the thing that we're going to talk about. It looks like a passage, maybe a tube, maybe, or something. We'll see. So water runs into a something used by local people. So I need to find these two phrases. So now, since we're still in Persian cannot method, I'm going to keep looking into the same paragraph. And as we know, the general rule that I told you before so many times, wherever I stop, I continue. So I stopped here. So I'm just going to continue from the word underground. So underground workers removed the earth from between the end of the shafts and the ends of the shafts, creating a tunnel. The excavated soil was taken up to the surface using the shafts. Okay, I still haven't found the one I'm looking for. So I keep reading quickly. Once the tunnel was completed, it allowed water. Now we talk about water here. There is water mentioned in the question. Flow, water runs. It's the same in the question. From the top of a hillside down towards the canal. Okay, which supplied water for human use. So supplied water for human use, supply, so this is the same phrase, used by local people, okay? Now it doesn't mention exactly local people, but humans, people, supply water, it means they're going to use the water, so it's the same in the question. So again, what is the missing word here? So water runs into what? So here, as you can see, so water to flow, which means runs, down towards a canal, as you can see here. So the answer is here. So it runs towards a canal, down towards a canal. Okay, so I'm just going to write the word canal here. Now there's something very important in this type of questions that we have to make sure to do after you answer the question or choose the word that you think is the correct one. You need first to read the whole sentence after you added this word. Does it make sense? Does it sound okay? And the second thing, if there's a picture, as here we have a diagram, does this look like a canal to you? If you look at it. Actually, yes, because I thought it's either passage, a route, or a tube. So this looks like a canal. So yes, I think my answer is correct. Now let's move to the last one. Vertical shafts to remove earth and for what? Okay, so vertical shafts to remove earth and for. So there are two actually jobs for these shafts. Removing earth and doing something else. Now remember something very important. In diagrams, in many cases, the questions are not in order. So it just happened that we have two in order. Now in some rare cases, we don't have the question in order. And in this case, yes, because I remember reading about shafts here somewhere before. So I'm going to go backwards and looking for these expressions or these phrases or something similar. Vertical shafts to remove earth and for, let's see here. Okay, so here's the shafts creating a tunnel. Okay, so when you say the shafts creating a tunnel, that would be rather vertical. Let's continue reading. The excavated soil was taken up to the surface using the shafts. Oh, sorry, excavated soil. Excavated soil, it's similar to what? Remove earth. Earth here means like trab, as we say, and in Arabic, or the soil or whatever. So it means soil also. It doesn't mean earth الأرض يعني لا هنا معناها التربة. So vertical shafts here we have excavated soil, remove earth. So was taken up to the surface using the shafts which are here I can't read this word, sorry about that. So which provided ventilation during the work. okay, which also provided ventilation during the work. So not only these shafts were used to remove the soil and so on, they were also used for ventilation. Now, if you know, look at this picture actually. In the picture, ventilation in Arabic means tahwiya. This is a good word to learn. So please write it in your vocabulary list. So ventilation, if you look at the picture as well, let's read the whole sentence first together, just to double check our understanding. Vertical shafts to remove earth and for ventilation. And look at the picture here. You can see actually that, yes, they do actually get some or allow some air to move into these tunnels. All right, so now let's move to the next one. A new title means probably a new paragraph. Remember that. A new title means probably a new paragraph. So the title that we have here is Cross-Section of a Roman Canal Shaft. Now, we've never come across the word Roman here, or actually Roman canal shaft. We never come across this expression or this phrase. So probably it's going to be here. All right, let's see. So I just go through it. Here is the word Roman, and here we have cannot. So this is definitely the paragraph I need to look into. So I go back to the question. We have a blank, and look at this. This looks like a cover to something that looks like a well. Okay, I got an idea. I look at the words given, the word rod, which means قضيب معدني أو حسب يعني، بس على الأغلب دائما it is actually made of metal. طيب, so let's see here. Number 4, made of wood or stone. So maybe this thing, probably they're referring to this thing that is made of wood or stone. So I need to look for wood or stone or something that is similar to it. So let's go through this very quickly. I'm still looking. Okay, here's wood or stone. Okay, and here's the word lid. So what was actually thing that is a lid made of wood or stone? Here they notice here they said wooden or stone lid. They used adjectives here, but in the question they used nouns, but it means the same thing. So the answer is lid. Lid, it means غطاء, just to make sure that you know the word, and it is actually a good word to learn as well. We say eyelids اللي هم الجفن مش الجفن اللي هو اللي تحت شوي اللي هو بيغطي العين. I don't know what that is called in Arabic, so we say eyelids. طيب, now let's continue. Number 5, attached to the plumb line. Something that is attached to the plumb line. Okay, as you can see, this is the thing that they're talking about. Notice here that they gave you this word rod. All right, let's go through it now. Something attached to the plumb line. I need to find these words. Probably I'm going to find almost the same words because they're difficult to find similar words to the word plumb, for instance. So let's go through it very quickly. Generally, as we said, wherever we stop, we proceed. And here, okay. So here, Romans hung a plumb line from a rod. Now here I found the word plumb line. From a rod placed across the top of each shaft, and made sure that the weight at the end of it hung in the center of the shaft. Actually, what is hung from the rod down and in the center of this shaft? It is the weight, as they say. Okay, so the word is actually weight. So I'm just going to write the word here, weight, W-E-I-G-H-T. Make sure to spell them correctly. So it means like ثقل, يعني something that was used to keep a line or something. Now let's proceed. The last one, handholds and footholds used for something. Look at the picture here. So probably they're used what? So it looks like a well. So what are they used for? Okay, and they say hand and foot. Now I have an idea, but I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm just going to go to hand, holds, and footholds. This is probably, we're going to probably find the same words. I'm not going to find different words. So I just go through it very quickly, wherever I stopped. Now, okay, I can't find it here. Remember, we said in many cases we don't have them in order. So just go back a little bit, and here they are. Handholds and footholds. Sorry about that. Handholds and footholds. Okay, so why are they used, or what are they used for? To help those climbing in and out of them. Okay, so they were used for what? For climbing. So I'll just put it here and then check again if it makes sense. So handholds and footholds used for climbing. If you even look at the picture, yes, it makes sense actually, because they are used for hands and for feet, so probably they're used for climbing. And this is how we do it. Now remember again, a diagram, and you should actually bear in mind that they might not come in order all the time. So that's it. Here's the lesson. Hope you got benefit from it. This is actually from IELTS 16, Cambridge IELTS 16 Test 4. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.